Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. We are going to talk about some things that I watch, talk about some things that I watch. I watched a lot of stuff in October, not very much new stuff. Honestly, I kind of went back and did a whole like watching Halloween stuff. October is my favorite month of the year, but I kind of feel like my October was a little bit of a flop because I didn't watch as much stuff as I wanted to watch. I got consumed with like doing work, doing stuff for my birthday, and it was just a whole thing. There's a lot of birthdays in my family in the month of October, so it's just a lot. But I did watch some stuff. I did enjoy watching most of the stuff that I watched, so we're going to get into it. The first thing I watched in October 1st, the Kenan and Kel like Halloween special. The very last episode of Kenan and Kel is a Halloween special where Kenan and Kel, they go on this road trip and they end up going to this museum, and then there's this headless little night thing like chasing after them. They end up at this house. It was so good. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. Yes, 5 out of 5 stars. It made me want to go rewatch Kenan and Kel because Kenan and Kel came on like it was on before I was even born. So I remember like reruns of Kenan and Kel on Nickelodeon, but I don't really remember Kenan and Kel, and so it just made me want to go back because like watching it. I remember so many things, and it's so crazy how you have so many memories in your head that have to be unlocked, because the minute I was watching it, there were certain scenes that happened like I had in my head. I was like, I know what's about to happen right now, and so like things were coming back to me as seeing this as a child. It was so weird, but it was so good. I laughed out loud several times while watching this. I think watching this little special was the highlight of my October. I want to say this is my favorite thing I watched all of October. I might want to say the quality was terrible and all of that stuff, but it was so good. I enjoyed the shit out of that. The next thing that I watched for the very first time ever, I watched Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is about two people who end up dying and they get stuck in their house, and people have to move into their house, and they want to get these people out of their house. So they get a guy named Beetlejuice to come and like help them get these people out of their house. So you have to say like Beetlejuice like 3 times or something like that, and he comes out and he just wants to get out, and he's a villain in and of itself. Loved it. I'm also giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I started October so goddamn strong. Like it was so damn good. But yeah, that movie was excellent. It's gonna be like a staple. I think I'm gonna like watch the Kenan and Kel special like every like few years, but I think I'm gonna watch Beetlejuice regularly. Like that was at Catherine O'Hara's in it. We have Winona Ryder. Like it hit all the beats that it needed to hit for me. Like I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Also one of the highlights of my October, and it's something that I put off for a while. I've been told to watch it for such a long time, but I always put it off. But I fucking enjoyed it. 5 out of 5 stars. I think if I like routinely started to watch it, because if you don't know, Home Alone is my favorite movie of all time. I love holiday things. I love holiday movies. I love road trip movies, and I love holiday movies. Like it's just my thing. If you give me, there's 3 things I love actually. I love road trip movies, I love holiday movies, and I love like people like dropping dead one by one, like thrillery movies like that. I love it. Those are my 3, like if you put it on, I'm probably gonna like it if it has one of those 3 things. And so this just why did I say that? That's why if I watch Beetlejuice more and more, I would learn to like Beetlejuice will move up to one of my favorite movies of all time, because it just hits that like Halloween craving that I have. I love Halloween movies. The next thing I watched was the first Ghostbusters. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I know. I think Ghostbusters for me is just of its time. I don't think I get it. I'm going to say it like that. I don't think I get Ghostbusters. I don't think I get the original Ghostbusters. Like I found it as a letdown. I was just expecting like this nostalgic, like terrible CGI, but like, you know, appreciating what's going on. And I didn't. I was bored. I was bored watching Ghostbusters. It's just, they wasn't really like busting a bunch of gold. Like, I thought we was gonna be busting some gold, and it didn't give that. We got montages, and then we got the final Ghostbusters scene, and it just like, it was a little bit of a letdown for me. Like, I just think a lot of people love it because like they were alive in that time, or I don't know, maybe your parents really loved it so they played it for you, or maybe you just have to see it as a kid. Maybe it's one of those things you just have to see it as a kid and like be in awe, because sitting and watching it in my home at my big ass age, it was 2 out of 5 stars. Like, when it ended, I said thank God. Like, I was ready to move on. The next thing we have is Scream. If Home Alone is one of my favorite movies, and I have a whole bunch of other favorite movies, Johnson Family Vacation is one of my favorite movies, Road Trip. Scream 1 is also making its way. Watching it watching it this past month, Scream 1 might be one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I'm going to just go flatly and say, here is the thing. I recently watched, if you remember last year, yes, we are already a year from when I made that whole video ranking the Scream franchise. Not whole video, I talked about ranking the Scream franchise. I have watched Scream just a year ago, and like, I watched it again, Scream 1, and it was still so good. It was still so good. It was still just as funny. Scream 1 is just so funny. It was still just as funny. It was still just as brilliant. I love the first Scream. It 100% I think is moving in to my top 10 movies of all time. It is just so nostalgic. It feels of its time, but it still stands the test of time. I love it so damn much. I was literally talking about this on my Twitter circles. I think we as a society are too obsessed with things being timeless. I think something being of its time and still being able to be enjoyable even when we're not in the time is the real beauty of life. And Scream is of it. Scream is 100% of its time. Like, you watch it and you are instantly teleported like back to a time. But it's beautiful for that reason. It's so good for that reason. And so like, Scream 1 is just absolutely amazing. So then I watched Scream 2, and I am a lot less hard on Scream 2 this go around this year than I was the first year. I haven't seen a lot of good movies this year. I'm talking about in the theaters and also like in my regular. I haven't seen a lot of good movies, so I think I'm just like desensitized, or maybe I'm just like, I don't know, I'm getting soft in my old age. But Scream 2 was actually really, really enjoyable this time around. I usually say I like Scream 2 the least of all the Scream movies. I know most people dislike Scream 3 the most, but I'm kind of a Scream 3 apologist, and I've always liked Scream 4. But Scream 2 was actually pretty good this go around. So I never went back and watched. I didn't watch Scream 3, Scream 4, or Scream 5 this Halloween season, so I can't really talk about those. But Scream 2 was actually really enjoyable this go around. So what does that say? I don't know, but I enjoy it. So then I went to the movie theater and saw Halloween Ends. I have a confession. I've never seen the original Halloweens. I haven't. I'm not a scary girl. I'm not a horror girl. I'm not a slasher girl. I don't like it. I don't like scary movies. So there was never a reason in my youth to go and rewatch the original Halloweens. And then in my adulthood, there was never a reason for me to watch them either. So like, I've never watched the original Halloween movies. So whenever a Halloween movie comes out now, this recent trilogy, it really does feel like this big freak of nature man is just hunting down this old ass white woman for no reason. Like, why is this man hunting down this white woman for no? Because I have no context of why they beefing. I have no context for why they're beefing. I don't know why they are beefing. Like, I don't. So it's just like, why is this man want this lady dead so damn bad? But I think it's funnier that way. I think the new movies are funnier for that reason, because I have no context for why these two people got beefed the way they do. But Halloween Ends, I thought Halloween Ends was perfectly fine. I'm gonna give it you want to know what? The opening scene for Halloween Ends I thought was amazing. Like, I don't know if that's a popular opinion. I thought the opening scene for Halloween Ends was really good. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Is that how I feel? I haven't thought about it since I left the theater, so therefore I can't bump it up to a 4 because I quite literally have not thought about it. Like, seeing it on this list, I was like, ooh, I did see that. But 3.5 out of 5 stars, you know, because Jamie Lee Curtis, she mothers when she needs to. Okay, the next thing I saw was Hotel Transylvania. I just want to say Hotel Transylvania, I think, is an underrated trilogy, or is there 4 of them? It's an underrated series. It's a Hotel Transylvania. Every time I watch the first movie, it's so good. It's so good. I think Hotel Transylvania deserves more than it gets. Obviously, it has hella fucking movies, so somebody was watching the goddamn shits. But every time I watch it, I'm blown away by how much I enjoy Hotel Transylvania. I love Hotel Transylvania. So rewatching it, it's kind of a staple for me. Every time Halloween starts, I put it on my TV, like, while I'm working, and just let it play. Just let it play. The whole, like, Hotel Transylvania is a good time every single time. It's good. I'm an adult, and I think it's good. I think it's good for adult and the kids. I love Hotel Transylvania. So then I went back and I watched the Candyman that came out last year. Now, last year I saw Candyman 2021 in theaters, but I realized I didn't remember nothing about Candyman 2021 in theaters. So this whole time, because I never really remembered anything about Candyman 2021, I assumed that I didn't like the movie. Because, like, girl, if you liked the movie, you would have remembered it. So I always had a negative connotation with Candyman 2021 because it just never was something that stuck in my head. So I went back and rewatched Candyman 2021, and there I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike it at all. I'm giving it, 3.54 stars? I'm going to give it 3.54 stars. I didn't dislike it at all. It was just a good, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because when you see something in theaters, you, like, get ready, you put on clothes and whatever. So, like, okay, was this worth my time? But sitting at home on my damn couch, I liked it. I was invested the entire time. I don't know. I like Candyman 2021, but then I went and looked at the Rotten Tomato score. It has a good Rotten Tomato score too, so it's not like you're the only one who liked it, girl. So we can move on from that. I watched Twitches. Twitches is scary. Twitches is scary. That scene where they go into Tamara's house and the darkness, like, slaps up the, like, maid. That shit is scary. People don't give Twitches the credit it deserves for being fucking scary. Like, as a child, being fucking scary. You want to know something that blows me? When y'all tell me that y'all parents didn't let y'all watch, like, kid Halloween movies, like, that blows my mind. Y'all parents ain't let y'all watch Hocus Pocus? Y'all parents ain't let y'all watch Twitches? Ooh, they was strict. Ooh, they was strict. I can't believe, like, a lot of these movies are, like, staples to my childhood. Like, I remember when Twitches came out. I did not get the chance to get to Twitches 2, but yeah, I can't believe, like, y'all parents, I ain't let y'all watch that, but Twitches is still great. Twitches is still great. I think we should get a Twitches 3. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Disney Plus is funding everything fucking else. We should get a Twitches 3. We should get a Twitches 3. The girls are still working. Does Tia still act? Does Tamara still act? I don't know if Tamara still acts. I hope Tamara still acts. We should get a Twitches 3. Let's just go for it. Let's get a Twitches 3. It can come out on Disney Plus. I think we need to get a Twitches 3. Disney Plus fund everything else. They can fund that. We can take a break from, like, the Halloween shit just really, really quick. I watched rap shit. Now, when it comes to rap shit, you have to stay with me. The first episode of rap shit leaves a lot to be desired. At first, you're thinking you might get off the train. Like, rap shit does this thing where it's like, it is committed to incorporating, like, social media. So TikTok, Instagram Live, all of that into the show. And it loses you at first. At first, you're like, is the entire show gonna be like this? Like, am I gonna watch this entire show through somebody's fucking phone? Like, what is going on here? Stay with it. Rap shit was a good time. I'm giving rap shit 4 out of 5 stars. I am ready for season 2. I am tuned up for season 2. Rap shit is my new show. Issa, you did that. All the writers over there at rap shit. A lot of fun. I like rap shit. Do you want to know how I know I'm invested in the show? There were moments in the show where I wanted to pause the show because, like, I was getting secondhand embarrassment. The main girl on that show, I don't remember none of these people's names now, but the main girl on that show who be doing her woke raps, Ooh, she pissed me off. Ooh, she be pissing me off. Ooh, she be pissing me off. But I love it. Like, I'm fully invested in it. Rap shit was a good time. I binged it over a couple of days, not even a couple of days. Like, I binged it. It was great. The next thing I watched was on Disney Plus, Louder and Prouder. The Proud Family, like, re-up, you know, that. Also, like, once again, at first, not that good. At first, not that. You're just like, ooh, ooh. Stay with it, and like, it's a perfectly fine time. It's a perfectly fine time, something to put on while you're doing work on your computer or something. Louder and Prouder, I'm there for it. I will be watching season 2 that we got. The next thing I watched was Do Revenge over on Netflix. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. Do Revenge didn't work for me the way it worked for some of you. Some of you were so happy and like, yeah, I wanted movies like this back. I thought it was fine. And then, like, spoiler, I guess, the plot twist for me. I saw it coming. I saw it coming because Honor Society kind of did the same thing earlier in the year. A movie I liked way more than Do Revenge. Honor Society kind of did the same. So I was already in my skeptical bag because of that. And so, like, Do Revenge didn't work for me. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The next thing I saw was my favorite thing I saw in the month of October, The Woman King. The Woman King was excellent. Discourse Warriors, stand down. I don't want to hear it. I loved The Woman King. The Woman King was everything to me. I can't wait till it comes on streaming. Is it on streaming for me to watch again? The Woman King, I'm giving 5 out of 5 stars. If I had to make a list right now, my favorite movie of the year, The Woman King would be right up there. I love The Woman King. I did. I heard the discourse. I said I wanted to see it for myself before I, you know, I'm tuning out. I don't care what the discourse got to say. The Woman King was good. The Woman King was pure, innocent fun. I see it as pure, innocent fun. It's not trying to brand itself as like something that is 100% true, something that is 100. It's an epic. I see it as an epic, and I liked it. The Woman King. The next thing I watched was Pearl and X. I liked Pearl more than I liked X. I give Pearl like almost 5 stars. Like, Pearl was good. Like, I'm so sorry. Pearl was good. And then I give X like 4 stars. 4 stars. Yeah, I don't know. But I love Pearl. Pearl kind of might become Pearl has become too much of y'all brands, and I don't want to be nothing like y'all. But I really did like Pearl. And X was good as well. Anyways, that is the end of this one. I will see you guys next month with some stuff that I watch. What do I think you definitely should go watch? The Woman King. I think you should definitely go watch The Woman King. That's what I want to say. You should watch The Woman King. I like The Woman King, okay? Anyways, I will see you